As women, it could be a very taboo or a very touchy subject for us to talk about the battle with lust. It seems as if it's talked about more with men as opposed to women, but there are definitely women that battle with lust. And so this is just a reminder to protect your eyes and your ears and pray for a daily cleansing of your heart and renewal of a steadfast spirit and give the enemy no room to get in. These are just some scriptures that would remind you to flee from sexual lust or to help you with your battle with sexual lust. I hope it helps. All of the scriptures that I'm reading is the New Living Translation version, and I hope you follow along. Matthew 5:28-29. But I say, anyone who even looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So if your eye, even your good eye, causes you to lust, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 15, 17-20. Don't you realize that your bodies are actually parts of Christ? Should a man take his body, which is part of Christ, and join it to a prostitute? Never. Verse 17. But the person who is joined to the Lord is one spirit with him. Run from sexual sin. No other sin so clearly affects the body as this one does, for sexual immorality is a sin against your own body. Don't you realize that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who lives in you and was given to you by God? You do not belong to yourself, for God bought you with a high price, so you must honor God with your body. Colossians 3, verses 5-7. So put to death the sinful earthly things lurking within you. Have nothing to do with sexual immorality, impurity, lust, and evil desires. Don't be greedy, for a greedy person is an idolater, worshipping the things of this world. Because of these sins, the anger of God is coming. You used to do these things when your life was still a part of the world. 1 Thessalonians 4, 3-5. God's will is for you to be holy, so stay away from all sexual sin. Then each of you will control his own body and live in holiness and honor, not in lustful passions like the pagans who do not know God and his ways. 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 1-3. So then, since Christ suffered physical pain, you must arm yourselves with the same attitude he had, and be ready to suffer too. For if you have suffered physically for Christ, you have finished with sin. You won't spend the rest of your lives chasing your own desires, but you will be anxious to do the will of God. You have had enough in the past of the evil things that godless people enjoy, their immorality and lust, their feasting and drunkenness and wild parties, and their terrible worship of idols.